Dr. Mahmoud will win when you put all of them together. So there will be plus for Dr. Mahmoud. Western North and Western region put together, that will also tie. And not there, it stands at 50-50 as I speak now. Now, Otiba Ashanti region may have a vote gap around 1.2 to 1.3 million between MPP and NDC. Yes. Eastern region, there will be a vote gap between 400,000 to 500,000 between NDC and MPP. Ashanti region and the ever score close to 1.7 million vote gap any Eastern. Greater Accra, any Central, and the Beboso. Greater Accra will be a tie. MPP will take Central region. But Greater Accra is tilting slightly towards NDC, but with a very smaller margin, less than 70,000. Interesting. Now, then it will be left with only two regions, Voter and OTT. Voter and OTT, let me tell you today, NDC will claim both. But MPP appreciate it. I'm a vote gap.
Yo, you know the name already. D Sexy, Papa Ghana. 2026, I've told you, it is the solution show. If you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, kindly do so. Subscribe to my channel and let's build a family together. And a friend is saying MPP Papebia na eja also so ne ho dae na eja all hallucinate Kwanya MPP be winning election 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, and a young common eye babedino. I know a shit. They say the common I know a ship. Itibomodian tell a friend to tell a friend. Say ombrana eja ombre show nibi. Na show we there. Yeah, the way I do no. And then we see show we there no one may see show pa. They say, and then, we see show we are one may see a very, very great show. Seriously, because then we will feel as be a me babe mamo. I feel no do pa. It must say wa but modiana share call any WhatsApp platform also. Na amount for MSHB. Of course, I've told you, and someone maybe can hide no. And semino, who feel say when the main yard been it, now feel say walk out to be now walk. I can equally meet you because I know my facts. Minimum someone may walk and tea, media bahane dear. They just said me baby shie gum, gigi, maybe shie gum, be brave of ama wati and someone air cost. And child, you're paying for the betu just say. Ya chicken Ofori-Atta. Assemino beto abontene. Assemino abeye de oho. And semino abeye bebre. Who is telling the truth? Ebi mu say ya revoking visa. Ebi say the visa ne bewu. Pardon me. Ebi say the visa ne bewu. A friend is saying on the 14th. Bimu say on a year February 2024 and an visa ne bewu and some not doso. But I never know by mao, maybe mao. I'm a woman who say and semino ye kura. No one more Canada, one more kebi. I have told you, can Ofori-Atta free Ghana. Maybe who know UK, feely gadochi. And everywhere can Ofori-Atta kono. Alarm. Alarm about my phone to say quick ping. Now my back can't check Ghana for. It's the end they see ye. My canning in arm and someone is see can Ofori-Atta. A no cressa or Canadian visa. Send ye Manasi Azure air cano. A no cressa Kenneth Nanaya Kuntum Kununkum Ofori-Atta or UK visa. Send ye Manasi Azure air cano. Me babe mau ame wohu no krenoa e wo Ken Ofori-Atta me Ken Ofori-Atta and yen some nyina na meko details, but people who know me say me Ken Ofori-Atta what you see and somewhere a fan of de ye catch me onye me nyonko onye madamfo but then somewhere fa Ken Ofori-Atta ho bia no ye bo mamane mi busa o MPP for mi busa mo ye political party am ye serious am pesa Ghana for farm say ye serious and yes mo pesa Ghana for mu say ye political party am ye serious they are you must sacrifice Ken Ofori-Atta na ombra Ghana to account for his stewardship. Yes. He was the finance minister. Onu nana oman Ghana sika no na hyenensa. Indi se be ya kwan. Ye nya kwan, ye be si hospital, ye nsi hospital. Ye be bo modern a mbie nwuma efri Ken Ofori-Atta. Inti se Ken Ofori-Atta adwane. Now the MPP party is supporting him to stay in exile there. Maybe say MPP for say, do you guys want Ghanaians to take your political party serious or nah? Maybe say. Because enemy will questions be. Na eno and the ACC. Already, in some people have me kind. Enra, Ora Martin Pegbu, lawyer, Ekudi one dance here, Enra. One of the platform, I think TV3, Okudi a dance here was someone me kind and Sakra and Sana Enra Nebeba, Ama Martin Pegbu, lawyer, Akudi a dance here. Asema Martin Pegbu can say, or no dear, when yan entiye, evidence a chrese Ken Ofori-Atta, no person yet, and crat our warrior, no the tina USA. Maybe catch them or say Ofori-Atta, a ye a warrior no person ye no tina krumo. Only any idea, only any, your friend is saying, I'm gonna say, or be returning to the motherland Ghana. Only. Now you see, as someone make we take it very, very seriously. I've got a godfather Obama about Ken Ofori-Atta. Ken Ofori-Atta a free Ghana. Or catch me say, son, Ken has left Ghana. He has no plans to return to Ghana. That was a year last year. Ken Ofori-Atta a free Ghana. This is what me a year godfather no American or catch me. And in fact, me catch say, oh, there be way there. Or concern we are real boss. No. It is just a plan to exit the nation Ghana. Now what could ban weja e will be manso. In fact, Ofri Ghana no what try say obenya asetna ewo UK, obenya asetna ewo Canada, obenya asetna ewo USA. These three countries no why biasa or press obenya eye eho san krumiensa we so obenya so enkrata. What try in fact that is the more reason why in Tia or yes say or no an kwada o mti wo USA. Ono ane wa faase for odi omo bi call USA no oni ebi beye enkrata warrior no wenya eye USA asetena. In fact o try wo UK asetena no ena from sa munim say aya me de lawyer eye friend is saying eba me platform yi so e ma ne be kire eye enkrata mu when it comes to UK ekwan be fa so abenya enkrata ene UK no one more immigration system na kwakoye a way say one wo krom ha ama maame na nka se wo akora na bra bom ama maame no angina so angi antuma ntron krata se wo ye papa wo hwe wo ba unsanka wo krata unless say maame no ye a British citizen no odu kofie no koware na nsa na wasan aba. Iti Ken Ofori-Atta knew say UK dear la lie ontimi nya asetna. The only way be nya asetan say this will kofie na ne wo fa asifo bi ana onu obi ye nkrata ware na nipa ko no be fani free Ghana ba. Ana onu so nim say wo kọ Ghana NDC for penache no. Enti o rule out UK die free mu. Ordinary Canada. Na Canada and Semono and American what happened ewo Canada. Manase Azure 2 foot Ghana for any say Ken Ofori-Atta ewo visa ewo Canada. Enyano kre is a blatant lie from Manase Azure oni Ken Ofori-Atta enkrata humbia unim Manase Azure chantro Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta eni Canada visa. Or Canada visa. Enka want na USA NGN mgwase enkube dwane akọ Canada because entasu mu se owo Canada visa no obeka cho so otna USA ni aba abeche no abra onim se USA visa no ye revoke the visa enka the next step ni say me wo Canada visa dia na me hwehwe I'm only hiding from the law in general then I mean go back to Canada na se minya akwenya na minya visa ewo USA na masa back enyesa another making is common sensical so Manase Azure per se enkomo na efa Kenneth Ofori-Atta hono Manase Azure onim ho hwe but he wants to be relevant in the conversation of Kenneth Ofori-Atta enkomo no eninti o mame meka sa ne visa be expire enne ne visa be oboa the MPP fo bi set agenda ana ono nso na so etietie bi ana oba bontin ano ababa beka. I've already told you about Kenneth Ofori-Atta. Oh, Kenneth Ofori-Atta, a friend is saying, it is this platform, and apart from this platform, nowhere else. The Crown America Chrono. A GAB Attorney General and a baby from Kakranga Krebi. Even Attorney General Krano, he was lost until ye team USA and then the team come on and Sana Obe play part of a year the Atto Kenneth Ofori-Atta. What you say? So follow me carefully here. Manase Azure Ochantro. Kenneth Ofori-Atta any Canadian visa. Or Canadian visa. The easiest way was for him to leave USA and just fly to Canada. Simple, because of home krata. It didn't a preventino. So one call Canada. Only one krata. This I want to establish. Itimuhunu makonta. Manase Azure a munkancha ne se akonta jantrono oware menua ba enzimani eninti ana America no kre no oti ase sa pepepe o say are you live on Facebook there be TikTok YouTube na me wo mo fancha me YouTube na me wo live on YouTube ntino mesrewa. That is the reason why my numbers no ever from because a lot of people normally follow me on Facebook. But we need Facebook and YouTube so you can inform the rest. Say, Baba, and then woman joining me. A friend is saying, YouTube. What you say? Sabe pepe. Anyway, so my case is to say, Manase Azure onim that visa no. Workers or Canadian visa a yentro is a year. Total lies. Now, Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta. This is the fact of the matter. Kenneth Ofori-Atta we didn't call for boni. Not only Ghanaians, even including his close friends of Nigeria for. Ebimu okra, womu no stress resike free womu ho, and son or their aduane di. During the days and MPP opposition na omusu so man ba Akufo-Addo ne ho be kire no na busuanfo bo be kire no waton na busuanfo ajapade and or they support or they finance ne ho to become president. Omu take chances omu call to even to the extent of contacting their friends in Nigeria. You know, Akufo-Addo's people, they like that Nigerian connection. It's a fact we all know. Nana Santibedi Echo is married to a Nigerian. Akufo-Addo Mano Bebrenoye, a friend is saying, Omoni Alatafono Nenam. In fact, Akufo-Addo in the United Kingdom got at a point in time, you know, or worry Nigeria needs Akufo-Addo has a Nigerian daughter. Yenim Saneba Neba girl, no, a Nigerian, no, but Alatenino. And the boyfriend is celebrating a birthday somewhere in 2009. Akufo-Addo told a year watch costing about over $50,000 at the man. We all know the story. We need more cultural. Now, Ken Ofori-Atta, me, I know Ken Ofori-Atta. Because Ken Ofori-Atta, no, me ankasa, me ami cheche muche, and the mami information. And I've told you, Ken Ofori-Atta, the story of my, at a point, it affected my warrior. And I am not ready to go into the details. But they couldn't understand because they really thought, they said, is this guy, but you see, Oba, people who are closer to me, they know the Ofori-Atta, Chocho Mucho, once upon a time. Na dear bia, many bia call out da. Which I say, I mean, person may be him too much. But medianu besia because that is not an inamide buy. Look, Ken Ofori-Atta has no intention to return to Ghana. And Manasi and Babeka. I said it here last year. Ken Ofori-Atta onyadi obeba Ghana. And Mramika, people thought to say, oh, what is Papa Ghana? What is Dr. Ren saying? And you see, Ukohemi videos bebrea. I talk about Ken Ofori-Atta, Ekufuado, and the JB Dankwa. A kwanya mufa soa, di bone money affected the nation Ghana. Emu bebreni enim, but they be doom pempenso bino. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. We've experienced it, we've seen it, we've felt it, and we do more dance here. Now, Ken Ofori-Atta, a finance minister, a man who once upon a time was referred as quotation master, always quoting the Bible to make his point, knows clearly that in the Bible, Christians believe that there will be what? A day of reckoning, a day of judgment, a day of accountability. So why is Ken Ofori-Atta running away from accountability? Why is he running away from a friend is saying judgment? Why is he running away from accountability? If truly he believes he is innocent. Because the human rights, no, the fundamental human rights, John Mahama Baye, unte se wateti ya Kufuado, ama ya Kufuado ejani Afri Ghana. John Mahama Baye, menowoka say MPP ye campaign. So if somebody says somewhere and says John Mahama is a president, or the unrespected human rights, the pakono odintro, because as I speak to you now, MPP ye campaign. Flag bearer in Sembibri Ekoso. So it tells you that even the biggest opposition political party are comfortable to even run a campaign under a new government. President John Mahama and Oman Penyini. So why is Ken Ofori-Atta today seeking political asylum in the United States of America? Many will say the lawyers or China. Womo court could defend the womo case say ice a chicken Ofori-Atta de nokre. Nembo sa Ken Ofori-Atta no ayachino no. O mind Ghana for so pese womo so chino. Na womo point a womo yenene say. Ken Ofori-Atta chi ayachino no. Ice pese obde no ko Ghana no. Se ice ed ne ko Ghana Ken Ofori-Atta. Ne ho be den, ne ho be kire ne pa. Edienti, woman sama omo can say, Ken Ofori-Atta obi a Oman Ghana teno apeno achino edini bone according to the lawyer and someone chinamde court edi akwa face ICE no. You all know ICE, or just say immigration, customs, and enforcement. Now, listen here and listen attentively. Ken Ofori-Atta, the optional lawyers at the man and they say, this is how you have to go. And yes, sir, ICE Edube ko Ghana. Woman say, Ken Ofori-Atta and they, waji atun se oye bema ne bema, one bema ne bema dim pemwa gro. Iti ene wasi oye gay. Inti so returning Ghana. Ghana nso chiwadie eye bema ne bema warrior. Inti usurosu o returning the president of Ghana. Ebetina 2. Number 2, say, in somewhat, yet the attorney so set what bokrono SML ne sa nneɛma ni nyinaa no ɛnyɛ no korɛ nyinasuo bi ani hɔ ɛyɛ political witch hunt itiene no o siki for political asylum in United States of America. This is the latest news I'm a and this is the book a friend is saying the playbooker Ken Ofori-Atta and then the lawyers say wa America they court it the human rights in some and they call or ye gay Ghana fortune gay or kwa ne ho be kire no ye mano a friend is saying ye mano right for an emera papa and inti and no where they or di jinaso two a political witch hunt and ye person a witch hunting no. This is Ken Ofori-Atta. Eti Mama Attorney General Dr. Akuritinga Asonte said this is water Ken Ofori-Atta or China one of the lawyers woman they call court or detention center. Nyoma mienu and washeshe or say or ye gay and the quotation master adani gay just to avoid a accountability, just to avoid a kwanya obefaso obeye accountable to the nation. And once upon a time, or referred to the nation, say a ma, and indeed if he is sicker, he cannot abandon Nema. Today, Ken Nanaya Kuntun Kununkun Ofori-Atta has abandoned Nema to seek for political asylum. This is not something new with the Akufo-Addo's family. This is not something new with the Ken Ofori-Atta's family. This is not something new to the JB Dankwa's family. They are known for seeking for political asylum. Now, let me take you back a little for you to understand conversation. No? You can also research. Now, when you say someone American is fact, and I've told you, Ken Ofori-Atta, mi chocho mucho in some baby mi chocho mucho akachara me, and yan ne, and I may become because mi chocho mucho no, and you free from a bushim. What you say? Ofri omo ebushim. It mean come too much because there are other things involved that become too much a be hygienic. But I mean can't wait. In 1957, Nkrumah gained independence. I've told you this story and I've told you several times. What happened when the likes of Bedema and Co. Any Kwame Nkrumah Jina platform so I can't say at long last the battle has ended. Ghana, our beloved country, is free forever. That same year when Ghanaians were jubilating, when Ghanaians were in awe and celebrating, that same year, somewhere in August, September thereabout, I've forgotten the exact month, but from August thereabout, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the family of Akufo-Addo, family of Ofori-Atta, family of JB Dankwa, majority of these people left the shores of Ghana, came to the United Kingdom to seek for political asylum. Their case was simple. Nkrumah was after them. This was one message that the president of Ghana, His Excellency Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is making life unbearable for them. Hence, they left the shores of Ghana to come and seek political asylum. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was called William Akufo. This is the name I know yet the tone. He was not called a friend said Dankwa Addo. His name was William Akufo. Oba you cannot through political asylum his name became Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo because they needed that JB Dankwa touch to make their claim. Say, Omo Nanabi Kokoda, prison, maybe now Okoda prison, no, Okowu prison, to make a case Seni ebetresa ampa omebusuafo no Kwame Nkrumah was witch hunting them. So it is no news hearing say Ochina Ken Ofori-Atta is going to seek for political asylum. And the news is just to avoid accountability. These people are not honest. These people are not truthful. That is the reason why I sit here and I tell you about this family. Miami chocho mucho akansem bebrachreme. You know, when we were growing up, because of schools be a yekoko ye, any niame be a yetiti ye, and at the time, Sebio mechanical yemu bebre no na a friend is saying, you say for lack of knowledge, the people perish. We didn't have that a year. We were not privy to that information. Now, information and knowledge. Now, we didn't have that knowledge at hand. And those who were sharing the knowledge were also not forthcoming with the knowledge. Those who were feeding us the rightful information were also afraid to talk about it. Until see mubinya akwenya. Now through Siapomu, na ya research, ni afe nso yebusabusa nsem. Na afe nso ya ba hunu no mu no kore. Sanka wo pe obi pa, anya sanka support to political party MPP a me abeti he. But some years ago, na me support wo because I wanted a change. Na me change somewhere no. And into na osha me videos bia. I tell you people say be careful and don't take for granted the achievements of this new government, because Ghanaians once upon a time took for granted the achievement of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and we were lied to by the Ken Ofori-Atta's family, the JB Danquers, the Dombos, the Buziers, the Ken Ofori-Attas. So do not take for granted, because today there is a new government, there is a new sheriff in town. He is performing. So you might think it is easy. You might think say it is easy. So let's change. Let's change and bring MPP. Don't make that mistake. We made the mistake. We listened to them. They got the armed forces involved. They got international medias involved. They got international hands involved. And they overthrew Kwame Nkrumah. Don't take it for granted, the achievement of this new government. Now, why is it said anytime Bia Assemble took Ken Ofori-Atta, the only place refuge, almost seeking for refuge, Europe or America? Why? Now, I am coming to tell you the reason. Simple. Now, let's go back again. Ken Ofori-Atta comes from a family. Nana was Sir Ofori-Atta. Now, Obroni M19 no eman that title, Knight of British Empire. So obviously, she should tell you the story. Before Akwesi Broni Ben Naito as a British Empire, it means it's a unyawuhum faswo ewo kwan biso. So now, understand this. These people feel privileged. They feel like, yeah, they are the bourgeoisies of Ghana. They are a friend is saying, the merchants of Venice of our country. So, anytime Bianwa and which kakrabe ba womo sono, the omo yene say, oh, and which way dear. And ye and which na buy a husu, ye behavior, and ye yanka see subai be, and the sound which we are. Then quickly they will appoint fingers a freeway and I may watch a freeway and I may watch it. So then, and I'm a person. Ken Ofori-Atta as a finance minister could not even use his wisdom and his finances to even help Ghana build a modern hospital. Or no, oyari chono, oyari heniano, ebesane yare. As foolish as he was, or as foolish as he is, when Timi and Rezisika to build an ultra-modern teaching hospital, not even one under MPP government. The 8 years of MPP, Oman Timi NC, a complete teaching hospital where we can say, or no Ken Ofori-Atta yare henia a chua, obetimi akoho akwa sana yare. When Timi as a finance minister, and yes, sir. But today, we're free akunya a hen fan or then any aqua or cosan yare. Wako United States of America. It's because even though they were leading the nation, they still never even believed that Ghana that day obe leaders no ometimi a build it sa Ghana. That is why I keep telling you people, say, you see, pardon me, for anybody to thrive as a leader, first of all, you must have a strong belief of the people who follows you. Number two, you should be able to connect with the people. Number three, you should let the people feel, say, yes, they can do it and they have the ability to perform and the ability to build a nation. So Nkrumah Kachre and say, I believe in the black man being capable of managing his or her own affairs. The people, I just say Akufo-Addo, the JB Danquers, the Dumbos, the Buzia tradition, the Ken Ofori-Atta, they don't believe that we can build Ghana. They don't believe in us. Now, if you don't believe in somebody, equally you are not going to get anything which is valuable or beneficial from the person. And until any time, be able to woman the woman on the job yen, woman the woman on the dada yen, woman the woman on the via yen. Now, so we via yen via. Now, I'm ready to do some account maya no woman Jania Babruchri. It any time be a woman to be ano. Their main target is how much can we siphon from the poor Ghanaian, and then invest it in the United States of America, or invest it in Great Britain, or invest it somewhere in Europe, so that Ochinabino or mine idea na nkoye ye be dwane free wo abetena manone. Me wa brochira enye news because me buy kaka ebedi enti. Even though by school no kra no, uwie no ese wo ko back, wo papa aboka, wabusuafo aboka, wo maami aboka. And you won't come back to Ghana because Sebio, you want to make sure say you can make some ends meet and also what support your younger brothers back home. But Ken Ofori-Atta's story is different. He was a finance minister. Now, finance minister, no, and so of Ghana for you said there is a system or no Ken Ofori-Atta by no what contributing in building a nation that every Ghanaian will be proud of. But look, he is not proud of his own nation. And with Jania Frinikuru, he doesn't even trust the health sector of Nikuru with Jania Frimua, what they are back obi minds. And that is why I keep warning politicians to say, if you think say you are doing the ordinary Ghanaian, because I'm ready to do you will look, say, okay, let me run to USA, let me run to UK, let me run to France, let me go to my home. A total disgrace, a shame. Because if you cannot build a nation where you can also have a health sector, then you don't deserve to be called a leader. This is the Ken Ofori-Atta. You see, the family of JB Dankwa, the family of the Ken Ofori-Atta, the family of Buziamo, the Dombos, the Akufo-Addo, they are paying for the year or my Ghana, and they said, when we sow a seed, a seed, a non-belief, so we don't believe in ourselves. Inferiority complexes, anyway. So listen to them when they speak. Ken Ofori-Atta echo school or Yale, or call Oxford, or call Cambridge, as if to say, so we call Kivas Nibia Wunyanipa, as if to say, we call Legona Wunyanipa, as if to say, we call Tech, they are Wunim Faswa. So listen to the way they talk. Oh, when they are brofune school, or call Cornell, or call a friend saying Cambridge. When you do that, you place a premium on Wakwesibruni over your own people. But it shouldn't be like that. It should be that you have to have faith in your system, build it. If you want the greatest thing and now you want it to be the best, build it to the best of your ability. But when they get the chance, they destroy the nation Ghana. They always shout the loudest. They always scream the loudest. Give me the governance. Let us manage the governance. We will manage it better than the incompetent John Mahama. Once you give it to them, they destroy it. And whenever they destroy it, they come back and tell you, oh, it is not us. It wasn't me. Russia-Ukraine war. It was COVID-19. It was ABCD. Oh, we am intra. They always find excuses. They always find excuses to give the people of Ghana. That is why I'm saying, say MPP amboama Ofori-Atta amba. It is a disgrace, and Ghanaians will not take them serious. And every serious Ghanaian should understand. Say our problem as a mind has always been the Dankwa, Dombo, Buzia, so-called traditionalists. Sebio, when they get the opportunity to make things better, they make it worse. So I am saying, why do we have to go back to such people who always, when they are given the opportunity to build, they rather destroy, they rather collapse, they rather make it so hard? Now I'll give you a friend is a fact. You all recall when Akufo-Addo was in opposition, what he told Ghanaians? He simply told Ghanaians that John Mahama is incompetent and that I, Akufo-Addo, I've got the man. That's their slogan, isn't it? Oh, we have the man. We have the man. That's their slogan. Anna, Oma indoctrinate ewo Ghana for adwene said they have the man. It's easy saying you have men. What you say? Easy. Obi abetumi aka say a member. But sometimes we friend member no. If you go a member na beba, almost saying sabio ema. Now we have the men. Akufo-Addo stood on a platform several times and said that in the times of Kufuor and Aliu Mahama, $1, 1 cedis. And he went on further and said, in the time of Atta Mills and Mahama, John Mahama, $1, 2 cedis. Now take note of this. Mahama, Aliu Mahama and Kufuor was $1. When you exchange the cedi, it was $1 to 1. 1 to 1, right? Correct. Under Atta Mills and Mahama, it was $1 to 2. Akufo-Addo told Ghanaians that if the dollar was, if you exchange it and it's 2 cedis, and if he was the president, then he would tell Ghanaians, he is sorry. I am sorry. We are sorry. We are going to go and think about ourselves. That is the exact words are Oyusu. Now, when Mahama and NDC left power in 2016, the dollar interbank rate somewhere around 4 cedis. Some say 3 cedi 50 pesos. Let's run up to the nearest figure, 4. When Akufo-Addo and Bawumia came, I was expecting that since they told Ghanaians that John Mahama is incompetent, they will show or prove their competence to Ghanaians by ensuring, say, the cedi will appreciate against the dollar, thereby cedi ne beko anwo de ne be den ebeye dene na afei de yesesa ebeka say under Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia no $1 no yesesa yenya 1 cedi e che say Akufo-Addo bae no wa born ho modern ama dollar cedi na appreciate against the dollar. But what happened? The people who claim that they have the men prove us say only men, but the men were sankwas. The men were empty heads. The men were people Oma bon a woman nim ye be mase. Oma bon ame le noko ame sharp poto. Kwenoko, look what it happened. They took the dollar from 4 cedis and left it at 17 cedis. I was so surprised when I heard of Amin Anda saying, oh, when they were leaving office, the dollar, when you exchanged it, was somewhere around 14 cedis. And so the MPP, we should clap for them. Can you imagine? So you're clapping my MPP a $5 from 4 cedis. Let's even give it to him 14 cedis. it means they added 10 more cities. It means that and this guy, who was once upon a time a former finance minister after Ken Ofori-Atta, is saying we should clap MP. We should clap our hands for MP because they have done well. What about the one who left it at 4 cities? These are questions we have to ask. They were just the 4 cities, because they were just the 4 cities. You told the people that he was incompetent. And you see, I want to sound this word of caution to my family Ghanaians, my countrymen and women. Let's not make this mistake. And ever in our lives, bring back the MPP party. A what Dankwa, Dumbo, Buzia tradition leading. They have no clue. They are empty. If we give Ghana to them for 500 years, Ghana will go into the ditch. We will go down, down, down the hill. And I am saying it. You see, it will be painted. And a boasewa or Jeneba no way in the twinche. Now, me say wadaji. I want you to listen to something very, very important. And I think it's a to the beer. Yen can do, but I feel you become a Ghana for you guys know me as one person. I led Fix the Country. You know me. When it comes to Fix the Country, I was one of the instrumental people. You can't talk about Fix the Country and say Dr. Ren was no instrumental. I played a huge role. I will Fix the Country. Oliver Bakavoma, my good friend, will tell you. In fact, Fix the Country started from Spain. The demonstration was Spain. We left UK, went to Spain. A demonstration Fix the Country. Don't forget, Fix the Country. We had to go to Germany. My people in Germany, at the time I was the chairman of Ekuono Anayedano. We went to United States of America, went to Ghana. All that I'm saying is, if we want Ghana to be fixed, we should be careful the people we vote for them to come to power. That is why I told you people that election has consequences. And if you think, say, meboa, faweni kwa, fuel boa under a Kufu-Addo, petrol boa under a Kufu-Addo, any petrol boa under John Mahama. So what's meboa? Under John Dramani Mahama, and the Tor is back. A Kufu-Addo, Tema Oil Refinery, or Shemani say, or destroy. These are the destroyers of the nation. And until they be a banner, me no wouldn't come out. The person me Kaiwo. Now what I said, Ghana problem. Yeah, how has always been these 3 so-called traditional people. The Dankwa, Dombo, Buzia, Mamifa, Ofori-Atta. 4. And we must say and destroy the nation. And whenever they destroy, they run away and leave us. Because they have their passport. They have visas. Now, here, let me say a big thanks to the Attorney General, Dr. Akoretinga Ayene. Let me also a big thank to the Foreign Affairs Minister, Okujeto Smart Ablakwa. Oh, this young man is so fantastic. You know, say Nkoya Meka. That is Sanametia. Me nye blinded person, me follow politicians blindly. No, I stand for Ghana. Because I believe that, say, Yamami Ghana, no ye dinini, ni ye siesi, ni ye yeni ye. People will love our passport, just like the way the Ghanaian always wish to be, the many Ghanaians wish to be, have British passport and American citizenship. But with this leadership, led by John Mahama, oh, I'll tell you something. But listen to this. Ansana Yakoyeni. Tie. Yes, me hear audio ni ready. Now wait tea.
From the Ofori-Atta's family will get this is the last time anybody from the Kufuor's family, from the Ofori-Atta's family, will get anywhere close to power when some of us are alive. It won't happen that. We will let the next generation know what these people have done to this country from 1957 right down to today and what they will do in future. Nobody nobody from that family nebefro akonyana be the president da. Womola asa no modi. Eda Kufuor nini nuanom be sori afri akonyana so no will be the second time Ghana is getting independence. Eda Kufuor nini nuanom be sori afri akonyana so no will be the second time Ghana is getting independence, because Sankofo wo magene to say Queen Elizabeth Mwagene, Sankofo wo magene to say Abrofo Agene, and go for mo believe so mo first class citizens. Wo mo nim nyansa che Ghana ni bia. Wo mo believe so mo na nanom na church ron krata and JB ayi Queen Elizabeth Motinatra and the far he ne kosi. We need a second independence from these people, and we are going to do everything possible for them to lose power. They should never get anywhere close to power in this country. Kufuor and his people should never get close to power in this country in the history of this nation ever.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the truth. They should never get closer to power. I don't hate them. They are Ghanaians. Yes, I am a Ghanaian by birth, born and raised in Ghana. Yes, it is true. But you see, one kasakura we papa, and now we are mamimpo. Uma wa wo omokra. Unim de wudi we japade bejan. Unim de odi bibi be shanensa. Because unim se wudi bibi ma o mani bia, omo ya de say for. And no nkyere se on do wo ba no. But de ya de ye japade a ye be bom ho ban na mfaso abaso no. Umfa nhye okwasiansa. Na embere ne do si ye ka kire Ghana se ya man Ghana no nyem kwasia man. Intimi emfa nhye okwasiansa. Because ye de wo man nhye okwasiansa. Okwasia no ebe say o man no a emankofo a wa bonten so edi o man no ti o man no edi o man na. Let me give you an example. Nigeria your man a sika wo mpa. But enam se nkwasiafo na edi animu anti. Womo wo energy problems bebre. Womo country no enye kra. Ghana is far better. In fact, Nigerians even see Ghana as their London, small London. But enam se wo man no nipa no e dia show mo nsa eye nkwasiafo nti. Wo mu ntimi nkyekere wo man no ma wo man no nyam wanigye. Ema wo man no nya dimpa. Sana Ghana no ye de share ekufu adomo nsa no. Wo mo tete wo man no say wo man. Enyame na make wo fitch ebe ka kire. Wo mo reti ye. And the wo mo reti no na ye nim guasie reti. Na nsa emfata wo man Ghana. Ye ma me Ghana na nsa emfata. Ways of Ghana na nsa emfata no. Akwaba Ghana na emfata no. Eye friend is saying oba Ghana no na nsa emfata no. But because a Japadian would show up as siansa, one who so henti no, Emma, a beer apenya, and mobin tinchaya, or dimatem. This is what happened under a MPP. Woman, when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. We have arrested the dollar. I have given the keys to a Pombuenu. The dollar is under lock and key. The people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. These people are empty heads. Always they allow their tongue to wag. Their old tongue love to wag. They always love to jayanum. Oh, what they are America. Oh, now they near Broni the coast school and they dang. What is the benefit? I want Broni the coast school Ghana in Benya. Today you see the benefit of John Dramani. Don't take it for granted. My people, do not take it for granted. We have made many mistakes, but as far as I live, we will preach the message. Me UK, Uba Kroma, I stopped MPP communicators from going on radio to talk for MPP. The records are there. 2020, no MPP communicator went on radio to speak. You know what I did? I went to the universities. I knew the MPP's target where they go. I went to the universities. And I'm shase. And I'm almost starting say ye din komo. And I'm starting a group. What university? Aberdeen. Aston University. Brunei. And I formed teams. And I gave them the history. And I told them, you people are students. You are knowledgeable. Research. If I'm lying, call me and say, uncle, you this uncle, you are a liar. And when many people started researching, they came back and said, uncle, we've been making mistakes following this political party. I encourage many people to travel to Ghana. In fact, some, I went there with them. They saw Akufo-Addo's governors, Poto, Kan. When they returned, they said, we are not going to speak for this political party. The greedy ones, omu free Ghana, a company and which ministers and MPs been a do by they will go on because they pledge allegiance to the individual, not the nation Ghana. TV so when about me campaign who and said it's because bootlicking. That is all that they are doing. And but the people woman. Look, MPP from Manu as a UK. Into who person who go MPP who be Ghana for what a UK ni say ya MPP no. You see, Okwasia ni tia na grono. That's what I've been doing here in the United Kingdom. You see, I suffered under MPP, not because I suffered in Nameka or myself, but because when I was speaking the truth hurt so much. And I always refer a call I got somewhere in, I think, somewhere 17, 18, when the Akufo-Addo came. I think somewhere up to 2020 or so, a lady called me. And she introduced herself as Abena. Lady Abena. In fact, she used to phone in when I used to work on those days on Sky TV. She used to phone in anytime I do my political show. And of course, it was GN Radio and a broadcast on Sky TV and the rest. And it was all over UK. You could tune in and watch and listen. Germany, people were calling over, Belgium, everywhere in Europe. So one day I finished my program. Normally the lady phone in and then she will contribute. And anytime she contributes, you could see that the contribution makes a lot of sense. But one day she got my number, my personal number. There's only few people that know. I've got another number that is out there. A lot of people know. Because I believe that I have to make myself accessible. We are human beings. So this lady called me. She said, Doc. I said, yes. She said, you don't know me. I said, if I don't know you, then how come you got my number? He said, oh, I got your number through this person. In fact, I begged him. And he said, I'll give it to you. Look, my matter is very simple. I know you love Ghana. I know when you come on your radio, when people are trying to talk ill about Nanado and his governance, I know, Ofcom, you have to make sure you guard your colors so that, you don't have issues, But let me tell you bluntly, and I said, I'm listening. I think at that time I was at a barber shop. Yeah, I'd finished and I had a barber shop. I'd gone to, have a nice haircut. I used to have low cut at that time. It's just because of Manchester, they've not scored 5-0. If they score, we'll get our haircut back. But that's anything. Let me put that one aside. This is what the lady told me. She said, I know Otumfuo or say Tutu very well. I said, hey, I was saying in my head, what has Otumfuo got to do with this call? He said, 2, I know Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo very, very well. I know Bumpty and I know Ofori-Atta. These people, I know them very well. Now, lastly, I know Nyantechi very, very, very well. I said, and then she said, not the Nyantechi, the football administrator. No. But I'm talking about Nyantechi, He said, you remember the video normally you play on your show about Otumfuo advising Akufo-Addo? I said, yes. She said, the man Nyantechi that Otumfuo was referring to used to be my husband. We have children together. We all used to live in Tema until we separated. I said, mm-hmm. He said, that is what I want you to understand, that I know these people very well. But let me tell you, this is it. These people, with the exception of Otumfuo, the government of Akufo-Addo, are thieves, and they will never fix the nation Ghana. And I'm telling you, my son, a day will come, you will look for my number. You will call me, you will search for me, and you will not get. But remember, if that day comes, make sure you use your voice to preach the message that never again should Ghanaians give chance to the so-called Dankwa Dombo Buzia people. They are the destroyers of Ghana. I've told you, I once upon a time married into that family. The friends and the family and friends I married into have children. I was like, wow. This woman, what you are saying. He says, son, if you want, I can meet you anywhere you want. Another time, I didn't want to meet the woman. In fact, I'm not somebody that I like meeting people here and there. No. I'm not that type of a person. I wish it can meet you. Honestly. Everything she told me came to pass. Not only her. And I know people who have followed me, I've shared this with you several times. One of my friends, a comrade who is still in the army, in fact, retired, but now with CIA, told me 7 points of what the MPP would do before Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will leave office. Now listen to me. Everything this my brother told me came to pass, with the exception of one. And even the one, he came back telling me, this one, they have changed their mind. He came back about 8 months to election. He called me and said, you remember the last one I told you? They have changed their mind. In fact, they had a meeting at so and so place in France, and they changed their mind. They attempted their own coup d'etat. And they realized it will not help. So, ladies and gentlemen, if today you are watching me, you are listening to me, I am telling you that the ways and means that these guys have been operating is always to come and fulfill one scripture in the Bible. And the scripture verse is John 10:10. That the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Dankwa Dombo Buzia Ofori-Atta, always come into power, to kill, to steal, to kill, and to destroy. They always fulfill these scriptures. Anytime they are in power, they are looking at avenues how to steal the nation. They are looking at avenues to destroy Ghanaian indigenous businesses. They are looking into things that will make life very unbearable to the people. And I'm telling you, like I told you, that I was here in the UK when I was told that Ken Ofori-Atta would never return into Ghana. And it is true. Today, He claims he's a gay and he's seeking political asylum in USA. And again, let me tell you, Manasseh Azure, Ken Ofori-Atta doesn't have any Canadian visa. And it is not. It is on. So stop telling Ghanaians that Ken Ofori-Atta had visa A, visa B, visa C, visa D. Ken Ofori-Atta does not have any Canadian visa. You think you are smarter than Ken Ofori-Atta? You think if Ken Ofori-Atta a Canadian visa and can own Ghana cross the border and go Ghana, Canada and go seek for the worship only Canadian visa. The visa no a US visa. The visa was revoked. When Ken Ofori-Atta left US and came to UK, and I met him with my kolo eyes at a restaurant when he was chewing bones, Chinese restaurant, and he was chewing chicken, cracking the bones with my kolo eyes here in the UK. At the time, now we free US and we shahakakra. We no call back. Or call back, no. He had all intention. Say obey aware. Or then what fast be warren when young krata. Maybe kaye and sakrana Martin Pegu ebe confirm me asem no makan. Number 2, eyes chia one no was because none the visa no had already been revoked. The visa that you revoke here no, or you now say oh 2 crime, and we won't say you revoking the visa. And oh yes, smart, and oh yes, and you're being krata with US. So intimate 2 crime ko baby, obey krata with US, and the Atlanta US, and they say upon our team tip off, you got swarm, and will be our team. In fact, if you know what team, a 3-bedroom house costing somewhere around 3-point-something million US dollars. And what team? If you know OTI, or the will be dean, and or the toe fee. It mean no say, Sani Pakrona or didn't need toe fee, or in a bussy and or the toe fee now or the two. Mumusan is only sikano way. Now, maybe can't say be actually. And come where I deal. Because say, Ken Ofori-Atta say, I remember I interviewed some Nigerian financiers somewhere around 2019. That was Sky TV. At the time, we used to have, we were very hot on Sky. And these Nigerians will come in and I'll be interviewing them live on TV. And Charlie, it was beautiful. And I remember that one of the finance guys, I know come. I catch him say no offer, a governor some time ago. But I see a finance minister and very rude. I'm saying, you mean Ken Ofori-Atta? I say yes. He's a very disrespectful man. He has no regard for any friend. He destroy bridges. Or destroy all bridges. Today, and sa ni wafano. But the assembly beto abonti. Na menkin kaima muntente. Ora Kingsley. But see, on person be go straight to the point. But I menkin kaina tea. I see an African friend attended my 50th birthday in Abuja from his country. A little while later, he was appointed a minister in his country. Meanwhile, I had completed my tenure as the deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria and taken up a professional appointment in the US University. At that time, no, Ken Ofori-Atta and Akufo-Addo called Kingsley, one ko bo bosia. Say young onye den, omboa wo mo ni power, omo so be sorting out. Now, TDA Alatenino Eka. I say, I tried to reach him by phone on a professional matter, but he did not pick my call. He did not respond to my messages I sent. I was disappointed. But I also heard similar complaints from other mutual friends and acquaintances. few could recognize our friends' character and conduct anymore. Few could recognize our friends' character and conduct anymore. Now, twice or say, a few years later, his party lost the elections in his country and he was out of government. He came under investigation on allegation of corruption. His country reportedly sought to extradite him from a foreign country where he had apparently taken refuge. Recent reports are that he has now been arrested in the country on immigration charges. Charges or indictments, of course, do not automatically mean guilt unless and until established by the courts. But lesson, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Mamen Kabibi encho. Ora Kingsley, asemo opeso okani nyina se opeso okachire Ghana for say Ken Ofori-Atta and somebody who are on to me kind of pop. But I mean, in the year, I was say because my fa message now, the pan send the man, you know, voila later phone. I mean, can ye come farmer because Kingsley, Obiora, or no, that's some maybe King Kamam. Kingsley Obiora, on your 19, 6 March into independence, go Ghana and go independence child, but free Nigeria the October no more, or more independence in October, right? Yeah, Africa, I hope say Nigeria for me more birthday October, right? Anyway, 1st October or anyway, I'm finding 20. Me no wo ka say, Eya papa ya, your friend Ken Ofori-Atta. We're reaching out to Kingsley Obiora. Say ombuano. Ewa nsemwa atono ewa USA. Life, this world. Yes, say wo froa. Omu usane no. Omu usane no. Manya wa adwene say omu ndu top order. Omu duo asemunti ana omu usane. Ono ofro a okodu mpempen so wo so de na ofi se wo nko a ene kind of Ofori-Atta are reaching out to the Nigerian contact through a friend is saying the so-called presidential secretary Papeya na some kai say me the video beto abantini mu se no kurapoma mo refi ana bedi etru mu se na me the video beto be page. Talking about Akufo-Addo's family in UK are more dangerous because I know more. I remember I called one big man in Ghana. Now we didn't come about Saudi, but Papa, no, I don't know if you feel say anyway, but that's how life is. And I hope say one day you understand what I've gone through under these people. Akufo-Addo here in the UK, 3 good times they send British police to come after me. Yes, 3 good times. Me kai one morning makwa juma na vans British immigration vans any British police cars esi abonten vans 2 and almost small cars 2 mu kwetio all because they were coming for Dr. Ray. Yes, here in the United Kingdom. MPP. And yes, it affected my marriage. I called one big man in Ghana. I was having a conversation with him. He thought maybe, this guy is frustrated or this guy is something. I think maybe, sometimes when you go through certain things in life, now only will be doing come on and say, hey, sir, we're not true. Hey, sir. Yes. Yeah, sure, sir. Ochine Oliver Baka Vomao. Only will be doing come so under Akufo the chini to manage themselves 1 month because hey, we are sure. Hey, sir. Hey, Oliver, hey, we are sure we are talking out of frustration. No. It happened under Akufo. Yes. Seriously, Okuruma. It happened. But today, the kind of Ofori-Attas are hiding. Because I'm saying Akufo-Addo, you're too about money, you'll be Johnny free Ghana, or Metina Ghana, or by UK. You're too about here, a friend is saying, India, No, yeah, prime minister. Sunak. When we saw a Ghana kwatna Ghana. When we saw a Ghana kwatna African country. We will say. How come say MPP form kwade? Omufra konyemu ade bi omu na adwane ba UK. Nyomu ntina kro na omu say some building. Say wuntimi ka say they have built Ghana and Ghana is better than UK. So why is it Ghana is better than UK? Na keno Ofori-Atta enko hospital enko san ho ya. Because omu chairman from omu political friend is saying a regional a two aba palma wo chairman wuntimi say today Ghana is better than UK. He wanted to even buy Chelsea. And then Omantina Kru. I've told you, if you give Ghana to MPP, and yet Dankwa Dombo Buzia, 1,000 years, Umbebano Maton Ghana, near come back to the days of slavery. Free Akufo-Addo so kodi ko konsafa Burkina Faso president. Not even to the president of the United States of America. Remember, Akufo-Addo is a friend is an MPP. An MPP for the some conservative. And so party Akufo-Addo kodi ko concern no motia konyaso Joe Biden, the Democrats. Donald Trump is a Republican. But the conservative man Akufo-Addo of MPP felt it more comfortable to lie to a secretary of state, not even a president, not even a vice president, a secretary of state. About Burkina Faso. Sani edite wo. Sani omo papa no omo nana no mo tie. Wo ma busuafo no sana no omo tie. They are destroyers. They are liars. I've told you, research. A kwanya faso ye tu Olympio. And San ye be tu Kwame Nkrumah. Olympio of Togo was doing fantastic for the people of Togo. You could tune Nadias. Yusu, people are no more outside. Not all of them were Togolese. Akufo-Addo was used when he went to France. No, you used the lines of Akufo-Addo and the Buzias to overthrow Olympio, and Yadima came to power. That is why Buzia was able to go to Togo. You took Kwame Nkrumah, he came through Togo. I know they were far Volta region. And they do Ghana. As a prime minister. So I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, don't take for granted again the achievements of this government. And Koya, it may never be catch them. But say Koya mpo, nas yesi yempe NDC. Do not make that mistake. Enkofa NPP emba. Party Bia Sebu. It has nothing to do with the Dankwa Dombo Busia tradition. I am telling you the gospel truth. Because for them, if you give the nation Ghana to them, they will destroy it. Where is Esla Owusu? Esla Owusu Martin Nkan. And again, let me ask Sam George Jata, Honorable, please, me Pabufai. Honorable, Kejeke, Mami Kan Adaka Kra Minimunchino. Onya Samili Alo, Mankani Yafache. Honorable, I hope I got there. I'm trying. Look for Esla Owusu. Esla Owusu is hiding somewhere in Abidjan, hiding somewhere in Singapore, hiding somewhere in Morocco, spending Ghana's money. Yajiyamai. I said, thank to Okujeto Ablapa for revoking all these people their friends said diplomatic passports. When they told them to return the passport, they had no person returning passports. And thanks to Okujeto Ablapa, revoke diplomatic passports. Diplomatic passport, but you want to be friend to one. Esla Owusu on a mantra. The last time my team gave me a notice, so I could write a Singapore. Yes, Esla Owusu. These are the people who lied to Ghanaians. They built the nation. Their forefathers was the one that gained independence. They call themselves the so-called big sis. There is nothing called big sis, but only big one. Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. My grandfather, who hails from the same village, are free. Today, Omo say independence. Omo say Ghana ma. They cannot abandon their children. These are the liars, the deceitful people. Nkrumah told us when Nkrumah was building Akoso border, they said, run. Many stories. Oh, how I wish I could have found the Sun newspaper, and I will show you the front page of John Dramani Mahama. I have kept this newspaper, and I know why I keep this. I've kept this newspaper. Maybe tomorrow I'll look for it and I'll show you in my next video how they lied about John Dramani Mahama and published it. That was the Sun newspaper about Airbus saga. And I keep telling John Mahama, I was at the court when they were talking about Airbus saga. You can ask your new guy who is now working with the national security as the deputy signal boss or so. You can ask him. Kofi Adole, he will tell you. I was reporting. Airbus saga. Crown Court, UK. As a journalist. Kofi Adole knows it. Even when Kofi was telling me to give him confidential, a friend is saying, other things. I told Kofi, it has nothing to do with John Dramani Mahama. I was at court. It has nothing to do with John Mahama. The publication is just to tarnish John Mahama's image. And I am saying to you as a communication officer here in the United Kingdom that tell your team here and also back home and across the world that the Airbus saga just fishing expedition and MPP for normal. It has nothing to do with John Mahama. Today, John Mahama is praising this guy called Kisi Ejabeng. You should rather praise me, Dr. Red, because I was the one that handed over those, a judgment to your people here in the United Kingdom. In fact, Kofi Adole, I told him something farmer because Kofi back and forth. Let me tell you, at the time, the people who worked against John Mahama, some of John Mahama and go for now about UK, John Mahama, Ibrahim, or Papa, Ibrahim, they so be our Papa, Ibrahim, they will name so MPP, and this, your Papa. Ibrahim by UK and go for our young Papa, MPP for Krados, saying NDC for. Ibrahim backroom, lawyers, our Jessica Moore, one Kroyan, a Chitriasem. And almost I bought more than pushy as some and the got to the Sun newspaper, and the started here tarnish on one India. A friend said, "Bah, Ibrahim, no one of food be with you." Ibrahim, yes. Go for your papa, no more Korean, and start publishing news, bonnet and time, a far new John Mahama. And every time, Oba, then go for a bar, no more fairness, no more rich. These were people who called me, Dr. Ren, you have this thing, make it, say this about John Mahama, say this about John Mahama. I remember when a friend is saying, Nipa no ujine muma Baumia or frame free Ghana. Nipa ujine muma Baumia frame free Ghana said, oh, we learned that you are the journalist that you report on. A friend is said this court case about this Airbus saga. The government official one and all those things. Can we say that government official one is John Mahama? Can you break the news to Ghanaians and then Ghanaians will know the government? And I said, no, this is not what the court had. I can't say anything in it. John Mahama didn't know I born. He said, when I born ABCD. So I'm telling you, these people, they just don't operate only in Ghana. They operate across the world. You see them tomorrow in Abidjan. And that is the reason why when President Mahama came and he was trying to make the Ivorian president as a friend, I said, Mr. President, be careful. Because the people are well connected than Odiano. And then and I know the Gonja man, what you say, what you saw, no one in Yaketua, in Deura Jakpa. A friend is saying, Mr. Jakpa. I don't know any action. I did it was submerged. Rajakpa, this is yes, was submerged. You know what? And woman in them no more chinko for my galam say was submerged. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very beautiful Sunday. I mean, it's the 10th What's today's day? The 11th of January. I mean, I'd more the 12th. I mean, now if you've not followed my page, it's Dr. Ren. The new name is Papa Ghana. I've told you this year is the solution show. I'll be bringing some guests so that we can discuss on solutions to solve our problems. The unemployment, you know, what are some of the ways and means a bit me are creating more innovative ideas, a bit me are finding ways and means to be creators, a bit me are creating employment for our poor people so that they will not go to places like Libya to search greener pasture, whilst Ghana is more greener than normal. Thank you, guys, and then God bless you all. Follow me, subscribe to my page, and let's build a family together. Thank you, and God willing, we shall meet soon tomorrow. Bye.